Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cricket. Today I'm going to attempt to make some restaurant style salsa when we go out to eat at Mexican restaurants. And I've been to 4 different ones, 2 where I live and a couple of other in surrounding counties. They all serve the same style of salsa. It's very loose, about like almost like a little soup dip or something, but it's very good. And then the lady that lives on our street, the neighbor said, actually makes the salsa for the restaurants. So I'm going to try to do that. So I took 1 can of petite diced tomatoes, and I did heat mine up. You don't have to do that. I know some people just use the cans without doing that, but I always heat mine up and then I've let it cool because of a horror story I was told as a child. I don't have fresh cilantro. I don't really care that much for cilantro, but I do have some dried cilantro, so I added a teaspoon of that in here, and 1 clove or about a teaspoon of finely minced garlic, and I've let this cool, and I'm going to add this to my food processor. And if we have to add more cilantro, we always can. And now I'm adding 1 tomato from our garden. I did take the seeds out, and just because we have it, I added it. And I'm adding about 1/2 of an onion because my onion was big. And I've taken 2 jalapenos out of our garden, and I'm adding 2 because they could be the mild jalapenos or the hot, so I'm not for sure. And I am going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and I'm going to whiz it up, scraping it down a couple of times. That looks pretty good. I'm going to let it go for about another few seconds. It's all very well blended at the restaurants that we go to. And that is about how it looks at the restaurant. That's actually pretty good and pretty close. It's just got that just little tiny bit of heat and not just overpowering. Sometimes when we go to the restaurants, the dip will be just perfect. Sometimes it'll just be terribly hot. I think it's all pretty good. It might need just a touch bit more cilantro, but I'm not going to add any more because this needs to sit. So I'm going to put it in an airtight container and put it in the refrigerator, let it get good and cold, and come back later again and try it. I know what I forgot because they was hid, whoever put them up, but some lime juice. I see no seeds. I'm going to squeeze just 1/2 a lime in there for right this minute and stir it up and try it that way. Made a pretty good bit of salsa. If I have to guess or say, theirs has a little bit more like tomato juice in it. Now let me try it. That is pretty good. And I'm pretty sure those jalapenos were the hot ones. When Ricky picks them, he don't separate them out. So it's a guessing game. But it's still good. I do like a touch of heat, not just where I eat something and my tongue's on fire and eyes are watering. I don't like it like that. So in the refrigerator this goes. Alright, my sauce has been sitting in the fridge for several hours. Ricky got home, he did try it, and he did like it. And it's pretty good. Not quite like we get at the restaurants, but it's pretty close. Because I like to take my cheese dip and dip it in my salsa. Ricky said it needed more jalapeno, but I think it's spicy enough. Thanks for watching. Until my next video, I hope you enjoy. Bye, y'all.